But they were like, you should tell Ken to drop out. And I'm like,
I do embarrassing stuff, I mean, pretty much for a living, but I knew that was wrong. Like, that's something I don't stand by.
Like, what the hell were we doing?
So stupid. So fun, though.
We're living in a simulation right now.
No,
I kind of ruined his birthday.
no, I absolutely like messed up. I made a mistake.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and instantly click to book an appointment with them online. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care, skin care, and much, much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you can even score same-day appointments sometimes. So, if I need to talk to a doctor, I will definitely be using ZocDoc. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wideopen now to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/wideopen, ZocDoc.com/wideopen.
All right, and we're back. Life Wide Open podcast. We got Jake in the house.
Thanks for having me, boys.
We
It's
got-
good to be back.
Welcome, Jake.
We got Ben with his new hat on.
We got
My thinking
Ken
cap.
in front of the cameras. It's a beautiful
A
thing.
little weird, but
Dead center, Ken.
Legitimately not sure who's doing the ads on this podcast today.
Yeah, where's Ryan?
Just
Where's
dipped.
Ryan? Well, he's in New York spending all of his ad money.
Dude, Ryan
Yeah.
is got that secret pocketbook, doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't even think it's a secret.
You know,
I think he's just rubbing it in our face at this point. I haven't seen a dollar from this podcast,
I
and we've
see,
been
like-
doing it
Yeah,
for 4 years.
I thought we were reinvesting for the longest time, but then I realized all we had was this table and a few chairs.
Have you guys
We're
noticed that
investing in our setup, and we don't have anything. We have this shitty TV that doesn't work half the
it's
time.
not even there?
I don't
He
know
took
what
it
I'm
away.
pointing at.
I
You guys
sold
notice
it.
the ad money from the podcast comes from Ryan's account?
No, I don't know.
You're seeing money?
Well, no, it gets deposited like a couple, like 20, 30 bucks at a time from Ryan's account.
Really?
What? Oh.
We
I
might have
haven't
to
even
look
seen
more
that.
into this.
Is it just going straight into you?
No, I think it goes straight into his account, and then
Divvies it up.
you guys are getting like $3.
Not even.
Worth it?
We just straight up sit down just to catch up. This is
Right. I was like, yeah, some
That's
people.
all we're doing.
This is no hate because I think if we didn't have the following we did and we started a podcast, I get fed like podcasts on YouTube that it's like new podcast from so-and-so, never heard of it. And it has like 15 views. I'm like, man,
Dude,
they're just doing it for the love of the
that's
game.
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Well,
But I
most
mean-
podcasts don't make it past 7 podcasts.
Yeah. Yep.
I think like 95% of podcasts.
What number are we on now?
100 and something.
140. $3 though, it's not bad. I mean, that's like 3 hot dog sales for you, Mike.
It's true.
That's true. Yeah, dude, that was super fun. Sold a lot of hot dogs, and I think half the reason I sold them is because they knew who we were. The other half was because they were $1. I do have to say, like, if you want to try that, get a hot dog stand, and you're single, I sold more hot dogs to females than I did
Yeah,
males.
Dude, I couldn't believe it.
They really were interested. And then like there was something about like, who's Mike? And then I'm Mike. And then it was like, you're Mike?
Yeah.
And
The
then they
one
see
girl
your
that was
face
like,
on the
this
stand.
is your hot
I
dog
know,
stand, Mike?
That happened like
Flex.
2 or 3 times though. It was just like really caught on camera well once, but God, that was funny.
That was funny.
People were loving it.
The branding was incredible. I
Yeah.
had no part in that. You guys killed it.
I was actually pretty proud of that one. I've been trying to find a hot dog stand for you for the last like 2 months. I mean, yeah, we've been talking about obviously Mike's hot dog addiction for a long time here, but I've been trying to bring it to light. Honestly, I wanted to go to New York and have you do it in New York, but there was just a lot more complications with that. So yeah, I've been looking for a hot dog stand for like straight up since the beginning of summer. And that one popped up. At first, I was like, I don't know. It kind of seems random that it's just like a early 1900s car turned into a little
But it was
food
perfect.
stand. But it ended up being perfect.
Because
yeah.
I saw one that was kind of like a ice cream cart bike, but it was shaped like a hot dog. And it was
Yep.
funny, but I liked the Model T looking car way more.
Fits
I think
you,
it's great.
Fits
Yeah.
your brand.
Yeah,
fits
that
your
was
brand.
fun.
The business model is great unless you're Mike. You're getting high on your own supply. You definitely went backwards, didn't you?
No, realistically I ate 3 hot dogs. Like, I wasn't.
Just ate 3 hot. We were out there for an hour. We were out there for an hour. Realistically, I just ate 3 hot dogs.
Because I didn't want to get a tummy ache.
Yeah,
I
I
had
think-
to pull that thing around.
That's true.
So I ended up doing the math at the end of the night. Slinging hot dogs is just for the love of the game and getting these hot dogs out into the world and not about the money for you. I knew that, but I really knew it when we were wrapping up and you left the cash box on top of the hot dog stand, and it was loaded up on the trailer about to head down the highway. And I was like, I better do one last once over on this thing. And the cash box is sitting there open at the top. I was like, oh, Mike really is not concerned about the money he just made.
Yeah, I wasn't, because like realistically there was like $40 in there.
No, it was 140, and I put 100 into it with
Yeah,
change. I gave you change. I was nice. I gave him
That's a
the
good
business,
friend right
and I
there.
gave him change. And
Okay,
then
so you were down $80.
I
then on
didn't
the
take
day.
it. You know what? Speaking of the money going back into the company, I left it. I knew that wasn't for me. That was for the love of the game and the
Reinvest
company.
in just better equipment. Maybe you'll get a truck that drives under its own power now.
No, that was
Smart.
pretty funny though. I had just made a purchase, Facebook Marketplace purchase that morning, and I had a bunch of cash in my pocket.
Yeah.
And that's why I like whip it out. You guys were like, "What the? Why do you have like $5,000 on you?"
Because he's Money Mike.
Yeah.
I didn't question it one bit. I was like, of course he has $5,000 on him.
Mike went and bought a skate park.
I saw it, dude. I rolled up to the shop and I'm like,
Whole skate
Bro,
park.
you know Mike's been on Facebook Marketplace when you show up and there's a skate park on a couple trailers.
Like a whole used skate
Skate
park.
park
Like it
for
was
like a city.
It must have been, yeah, exactly. Like they had a city skate park and they just were getting rid of it. And Mike bought it.
You
Bought
just
every
kept
ramp.
coming with more and more
That was
trailers.
the
of
crazy
these
part.
things.
Like one trailer load to the brim as much as I could get on
Gooseneck.
it, then another gooseneck, then another even bigger gooseneck, full of skate ramps. Like it's a full skate park.
Dude, Mike, you are just living the absolute dream.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I'm pretty
You
stoked
spend
on
your
that one.
money how anyone in your position would imagine that they would spend their money.
So I don't
love
have,
that.
so I
love
don't
it,
have a
Mike.
supercar.
I love it.
I roll up to the shop just trying to find you guys. No one's there, but I see Gavin with a ramp like 10 feet in the air, and I'm like, What's
going on here?"
What's this? And he goes, I don't know. Mike bought something, I guess.
It's a pretty serious skate park.
Yeah.
It is the when I picked it up, the biggest drop in on it is 8 feet. I haven't even dropped in on a 6 foot. Quarter.
Dude, you and Evan, I've seen you guys ride skateboard, let's see, probably the last 3 years pretty heavily, right? You are actually getting somewhere. Evan has not progressed one bit. This dude, I've seen him probably try 100
Thousands.
1,000 kickflips, has not landed a single one. Dude, I'm not a skateboarder, so I can't really throw stones. But like, you would think after a while, after 3 years, there would be a little progress made.
I will agree. Evan is so good at everything but skateboarding. He works his ass off
Dude,
too. He's
he's
just
a-
not built
He's
like a
a lot
skateboarder.
better than
Well, he's a lot
most
better than
people.
anyone who else doesn't skateboard.
Right.
But like for someone who skates for honestly, his whole life.
because he's a BMXer.
Oh,
So like I always just give him the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, yeah, he's definitely not progressing. But well, then he saw the size of the ramps. The whole reason that the skate park was being sold, and it was because it was too big.
I believe
the
it.
ramps were too tall, and then he saw the size of it. He's like, dude, I'm trying to BMX this. I'm like, yeah, whatever you want.
are you worried at all the ramps are going to be a little narrow? Or
No.
maybe they was just
Yeah,
like
I
they're
mean,
in weird sections. But
you
it
always
seemed-
want them to be wider. You know, it's like when
Obviously.
you build a half pipe, usually you build it 8 feet wide, sometimes 12. 12's good. 16 is like the money shot, but usually they're 8 feet wide. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That they're really slippery. That's what I'm worried about. They're like actually like if you stand up on top and like just try to run down them, you'll just.
For sure.
We'll see. We'll probably end up riding e-bikes and pit bikes.
Where are we
and
going to put these things?
we'll
Just
put,
out of
put
curiosity.
in the merch bay
Oh, really?
until.
Ken,
No.
Hey, that was Ben's idea.
I think
No,
we got the room.
we're gonna
at
put
the
it
new
in there
at the
until,
new merch shop.
That'd be
gonna-
actually kind of sick.
Yeah, we're gonna
I think
put
that'd
it in
be
there
perfect.
for the winter, and then as soon as it fills
Oh,
up,
winter.
Practice
So
all
the
the
more,
way.
the
Maybe
more
a-
it fills up,
maybe
the
a
more
month
I'm
or
gonna kick 'em
two.
outside.
which
as-
is only fair. Like
As the
I'm not
business
trying to
expands, yeah, you can take Mike's ramps out
yeah.
one by one.
No, I'm not trying to keep it in there and like prohibit us from expanding our merch.
That's actually a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good spot for it.
We
got
tried
enough
growing the
space
business,
right now.
but then Mike bought a skate park.
Next thing you know, he's charging admission. There's
No,
like
right?
$6. You can come in and skate for the day.
Everyone's,
get a hot dog.
everyone's back there just skating, and Ken is like so over it, he can't hear shit.
Loud music, people
Oh, yeah.
graffitiing.
90s grunge,
Yeah.
just spray paint cans.
It is. That's the other. The upside is that they're metal. The downside is that they're metal. So when you're skating, you get that kind of
Yeah.
that sound on everything. But dude, they were sitting in the woods for 10 years, but they have like rubberized like a playground. So like they're pretty chilling.
Yeah,
Like,
you can maybe
not-
get them like seal coated.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to paint them or something. But foam pit next.
Yeah, I
That'd
think
actually
that's.
be great.
I think that'd be sweet.
Just put
I love
that
it,
in
Mike.
there,
I
too.
think it's great. You're just adding to like it's just a big
100%.
playground around
Add
here.
into
It's
the
just like
experience,
a
yeah.
grown up playground. So
Yeah.
when you were like, I'm buying a skate park, I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. Of course you should. You weren't even like, yeah. Do you think like we should all buy it? Didn't even ask. Mike was just like, yo, I'll fork out the $5,000 for this one and I'll buy it.
I got this.
I was like, dude, I think everyone would have been down to just everyone chips in, but Mike was like, no, I want this to be Money Mike skate park.
It's interesting. Like, obviously, I always show up late, but like, I rarely take personal days, and that was, you know, in a sense, a personal day, like to go get it. But like,
Mike started out by picking up a skate park, and he ended it by slinging hot dogs on the
Yeah.
street.
Yeah.
What a day! That
I
might have been the
felt
best
so
day
bad.
ever.
That was probably like legitimately the most I sweated all summer, and then afterwards,
As you're
selling hot
grabbing
dogs.
those hot dogs.
Dude, I couldn't believe how people didn't mind that you were literally grabbing them off the machine with your bare hands after you took the money and then put the dog in the bun, hand it to him.
Yeah, I got a couple looks, but other than that, and one person, no gloves, and I'm like, I wash my hands, and they're like, okay.
I mean, two of those girls, they did see you do that, and then they just
And they
immediately threw them in the
away.
trash.
Yeah, that was another like money shot, I guess, of the video. Like, so many people were like, bro, when those chicks threw them away.
No way.
Yeah, I mean they weren't gonna eat that shit.
No. When the lady gave me $20 too, that hyped a bunch of people up too, and myself,
that
obviously.
fired
Like,
me
she
up.
was so nice. Give me $20 and say, I don't eat meat, but I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
$20 for you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, you could have told her a white lie and just said, "Oh no, these are vegan hot dogs."
Oh,
I'm not trying to
Jeez.
kill her.
Jeez.
you can catch a charge for that.
Yeah.
Ken.
That's why you're the ketchup guy, Ken.
It's just straight lying and false advertising.
It's just a small lie.
It's the white fib.
That's what, when I wasn't selling them, Dalton's like, dude, you got to shove them down their throat, man. You got to sell these things. And I was like, we're looking for consent
We're looking for
here.
consent slinging these hot dogs.
Well, I want to bring that out like at Heydays or something. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I could see you slinging hot dogs at Heydays. Well, we're doing the meet and greet. You're off to the side.
Mark up the price a little bit. $2 maybe.
$1.25.
$1.25.
Still undercut Costco. What are Costco's? $1.50.
I think so.
That's a Mike question.
By the end, you're just going to be giving out a dog and $1. Not even going to be making money. They just get both.
He's just trying to make people's days at that point.
Right. Trying to get everyone fed.
So I'm not trying to out you here, but I got a story about CJ that like I have been meaning to talk about for a very long time because I have not laughed this hard in a long time, and I don't know all the details, so I need your side. And yeah, we're rolling this right now.
absolutely.
I was in Zorba's, and there's just some people to the right of me that you guys hang out with. I don't know them that well, but I was just like with friends, whatever. So it sounds like you guys were at Parallel, and CJ was just trying to like maybe squeak out a little fart or something, and he just completely
I know
ripped
exactly what you're talking about.
ripped ass super loud.
CJ has been embarrassed about this since.
It was
Well-
like a bomb went off.
Dude, the guy made it clear to everybody. Like, he had the whole bar stop. He was standing up, telling the story, and he just
What?
had everybody rolling. He's
What?
like, I heard it. It was so loud.
It
Well, hold
was.
on.
It was
So
loud.
so you're at Parallel, which is a very nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Nicest restaurant in the area.
Dude, let me
around
just tell my side of the story, okay?
Well, there's not much to say.
It sounded like you didn't give a shit. You just
no,
ripped
I
it and
did.
went,
I
bro.
did. I did care, and I knew it was wrong, and that's why I was embarrassed about it.
Did you know it was gonna be loud, or
No,
did you know it was gonna smell?
No, dude, it didn't smell. It didn't smell. Thank God.
He said it fucking reeked.
How do you know
no,
that?
did he really?
Yeah, he's like, bro, I about puked in my own plate.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's
Did
what
he
told
actually
me.
say that?
Yeah, that's what I was crying laughing.
It was Nick's birthday that day too.
Oh, what
Yeah,
the
I
hell?
know. A little birthday present for him. No, so like I'm sitting there, it's like Sunday. I'm eating the crab legs, little too much butter, obviously, and everyone else goes. Alex, of course, wants creme brulee. I'm like, God damn it! So we gotta I gotta sit there.
Dude,
everyone else
what
leaves.
is wrong with her?
Yeah, no, everyone else leaves. I'm trying to go home, waiting on her to eat her creme brulee, and you're just sitting there, and it just happened. And I was like, oh, fuck. And it was like, it ricocheted off the chair.
He said it sounded like a soundboard fart. Like
Yeah.
you pushed a button.
It ricocheted. and I think it amplified the sound.
Did you pick up a little bit?
Yeah.
like you got up?
Yeah. No, it just ricocheted. Dude, it was bad.
my
and I was
God.
like, oh, fuck.
Wait,
That's kind of loud.
You didn't know it was gonna be a loud one?
I just thought I was just like, I don't know. It just like happened, dude. Like I normally wouldn't do that.
He said you wouldn't look at him. He's like, hey, CJ, I heard that. And you were like, oh,
He never said that.
yes, dude,
he
I
never
swear.
said that. He never
said
said
he
that.
outed you.
Okay,
he tried calling you out.
you
What? He never said that.
so you-
Okay, so this is how. So then I do that, and I'm like, oh fuck, that was like kind of loud. And I'm like sitting there. Alex is like talking, telling this story, dude.
Did
She's
she
like,
hear it?
no, Alex is just like sitting here telling me some story or whatever. And then like pretty soon I start like hearing the table, like my back's facing them. The table behind's like, was that you? Was that you? Like they start blaming each other, you know, like one of those situations. And I'm like, oh fuck. Oh fuck. And then pretty soon I hear, I think it was him. And dude, I start like sweating. Like I do embarrassing stuff. I mean, pretty much for a living, but I knew that was wrong. Like I was embarrassed. Like that's something I don't stand by. Like I wouldn't even burp at a restaurant, but it just slipped. And I'm like, oh fuck. And then like I start sweating, dude. Like my back is sweating. I'm like, geez, like I'm probably gonna soak through this shirt. I'm like, hurry the fuck up, Alex. Eat your creme brulee. Eat your creme brulee. And she's like,
She's
what?
just talking
like, trying
about
to enjoy it.
This is
I'm like,
CJ.
eat your thing. I'm like, tab, let's get the fucking tab, all this stuff. And I'm trying to get the hell out of here. Trying to get the hell out of here, dude.
Shopify is the best way to sell online, period. Our website, CboysTV.com, was created with Shopify. We absolutely love it. We hope that you guys who are our visitors do too. Each week, Shopify supports this podcast and our business by giving us a quality platform to sell our merchandise on, and we really, really appreciate them. If you're looking to start your business, especially an online one, they will support you guys too. Take it from me, Shopify is the best option to start and run your online business. They have everything that you could possibly need, from a killer mobile app, endless amounts of applications to help you market and sell better, AI integrations that can fill out frequently asked questions, and much more. And once you start selling, Shopify makes getting paid simple by instantly accepting every type of payment. And the best part is Shopify's award-winning help is there to support your success every step of the way, because businesses that grow with Shopify. We love using Shopify, and you will too. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/wideopen, which is all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/wideopen now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/wideopen. All right, you guys know the party game, Would You Rather? Well, I recently saw a survey that asked men what they'd rather do instead of going to the doctor. And men said that they would rather clean their entire house, file their taxes, change a tire, which really isn't that hard, or even get pulled over. I get it. At one point in my life, I would have rather gotten called for jury duty than having to find the right doctor and making an appointment until I found ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors, choose the right one for your needs, and instantly click to book an appointment with them online. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care, skin care, and much, much more. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking, and you can even score same-day appointments sometimes. So, if I need to talk to a doctor, I will definitely be using ZocDoc. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/wideopen now to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/wideopen, ZocDoc.com/wideopen.
And they're like, I think it was him. They like just won't fucking drop it.
Reveling.
Won't fucking drop it. But they're all laughing. They're all like laughing really hard. And then
Holy shit, the fart heard around this.
no, it was literally just one table, because it was pretty empty in there, so it was quiet. I think that's kind of why. But dude,
was the piano player going?
No, nothing.
Was the piano?
Nothing.
It's just the nice soft
It was
music. CJ's just ripping out.
Dude, it really was
Everyone's
like-
probably like, "What the hell is wrong with
Yeah,
this kid?"
no, exactly. And like I'm not, dude. I was like bent out of shape about it till like Wednesday. I did it on Sunday. Like I thought about it that much. Like I'd just be like kind of enjoying my life, and I'd just think about like, oh fuck, why'd I do that? You know, like one of those situations. Like I wake up like, oh, it's gonna be a good day. I'm like, what was that thing that I was all bent out of shape about? Oh, it's right, I fucking farted at. You know.
the worst.
So anyways, like, you know, finally moving past it, but apparently it's, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to.
It was
Wait,
the story to be told.
You,
This
So,
week.
hold
you
on.
were at
So,
Zorba's
dude,
and they were
all
still
laughing.
talking about it.
No, hold
Everybody
on.
was
I just
talking
want to say
about
though, they were like dying laughing.
Yeah, well,
dying laughing. So,
so-
like, anyways,
so did
I
you-
couldn't fucking look at them when I
Right.
left because I was afraid they were gonna like call me out.
Yeah,
I just
no,
didn't know what to do. So I just literally like, as soon as I signed that motherfucker, I just stood up and just like walked, and Alex just like looks at him, she's like, "Happy birthday." In my head, dude, in my head, I'm just like, "Yeah, happy birthday."
CJ walks out.
Dude,
Fuck your birthday.
I was so fucking flustered. And then like I had a whole like I like 2 more tables that wanted to like talk to me on my way out, but I could like they had to be like, what the fuck was wrong with that guy? Because I was so flustered like trying to leave. Like I couldn't get out of there quick enough. And then yeah, I mean that was pretty much the story. Like I knew I wasn't going to escape this. Like I knew I was gonna have to come to terms with it and face the problem head on here soon, but I didn't realize it was going to be told to the whole bar.
Well, I tell you what, I rolled in and yeah, everybody was talking about.
Was he
Well, what do you
standing
guys?
up on the bar?
No,
telling-
literally,
did they
like
give him a mic. Or
everybody just kind of gathered in a room. He's like, I got a great story about CJ.
how many fucking people were there?
It had been 20, 25 people. Like it was a good Zorba's night, you know, all of our friends. But he made it sound like it was funny until they were ready to throw up in their plates. They were like, I could fucking taste it. I'm like,
Oh my
Dude,
God,
there's no
CJ.
way. There's no way. It didn't smell. I don't think it did.
Well, yeah, but you were probably upwind.
dude, it had recoil. You freaking barked it off the chair.
Maybe.
There's no way.
I don't think it smelled, dude. I just honestly, I don't think it smelled. But because then I would have really felt bad. But I just knew it was loud. It was like a bomb, dude. It was just like a fucking bomb.
When you wouldn't make eye contact with him,
They
you
knew.
knew in turn. No, you knew you messed up when you wouldn't look at
Well,
him.
yeah, dude. Like I'm not proud of it. I'm not proud of it. I've done some things I'm not proud of in life, and this is one of them.
To get a new one.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Ken. That didn't happen.
Nancy said it.
Was there any kids at the table?
No.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
No, it's all adults. So tell me how he told the story. Like I want to hear this.
Like, think about a very standing energy, like almost like you're going to a comedy club. Like this guy had the whole floor,
Dude's gonna
and
go
he
on
was-
tour talk about my part. My fucking part.
He had the whole bar rolling.
Honestly, he deserves it. He should monetize.
Yeah.
Like
This guy starts
kind of
selling
ruined his birthday.
T-shirts.
I kind of ruined his birthday.
Yo, I went to Parallel and all I got was somebody farting on my plate.
I'm not gonna be able to go back there. So what? Tell the story. Like I want to hear this. Like you just keep going. Like yeah, he stood up there and told it. How did he tell it?
He basically, like, all he said is he was just sitting down trying to have a nice family dinner, and
Yep.
some dude behind him just was ripping ass. And
I
it
was in front of him.
or whatever.
It was
yeah.
one time. I wasn't ripping ass. It was just ripped ass.
See, that's why I say it might have been exaggerated a little bit on his end, but like he had to obviously tell the story in the bar to keep everybody going. But he said it was like you wouldn't make eye contact because you knew what
Yeah.
you did and you didn't own it, and it was loud and obnoxious. And you just said you didn't give a fuck.
It can't be obnoxious if
Once.
if you just do it once.
Well, okay, he made it sound like purposeful, like you were just like screw those guys, you know.
I definitely didn't do it on purpose. Really? Holy shit! I can't get the story straight, dude. Maybe I need to sound like a fucking fruit basket or something. Like, I don't know.
And this, it
Cor-
could,
this week on Cormorant News, CJ Lotzer actually shits his pants.
I couldn't breathe. That was
You know,
good.
I'm just glad that I knew something was gonna come of this. And you know, as more time went on, I was like,
pink eye.
doesn't matter.
Maybe
It's
people are
gonna
gonna forget about it, but-
Nope. I knew it was gonna come back around.
Just a content machine.
The next time I'm gonna go into Zorba's, I'm gonna see like 12 people with pink eye and be like, "You guys were at Parallel yesterday. CJ was there."
Dude, you can't give someone
Oh,
pink
yeah.
eye from farting 6 feet away from them.
It's just not possible.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm glad we got that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Thanks, Jake.
Jake, I was thinking about this the other day. Remember when you quit working for Dave and you started your own business doing
That
the
was amazing
exact
time.
same thing as Dave? So Jake's family or Jake's dad started this company. It's called Sherbrooke Turf.
Turfing.
And what it is it's like if you're driving down the highway and they're building, you know, a new highway and all of it is getting seeded on the sides, like that's like the jobs that Sherbrooke Turf does. Like they seed like big construction zones like highways and whatnot. So anyway, Jake worked for Dave for
My whole life.
your whole life,
Yeah.
right?
I've never applied for another job anywhere.
I worked for Dave for a little bit, and Jake gets in a fight with Dave,
Yep.
quits, and then the next day starts his own Sherbrooke Turf. But you
Yeah.
called it what?
Sherbrooke Hydro Lawn. Yeah. we got in a fight that night. I ordered like 2 pallets of product and like a hydro seeder that goes in the box of a truck. And my dad just like, oh, he's just being a punk. And honestly, to this day, the seed supplier called my dad and he's like, so what's going on with your kid? He just ordered a couple pallets of stuff. And my dad just hung up and he's like, nice. Like he was actually pumped for me. He's like, he went through with it.
Jake quits on a Friday, right?
Yep.
And Monday. And so we had our old shop. Like at this point, we're filming videos full time. We know that Jake just had quit working for Dave. And we're like, okay, well, Jake's starting his new business apparently on Monday. And so we're at the shop and Jake shows up to the shop, right? He pulls up in his truck and we're like, oh, wow, he didn't go back to work for Dave. Yeah. And he hops out and he's wearing like a polo, like a button up.
Yeah.
He's wearing like a button up.
And the
he's
binder.
got this binder in his
The fucking
hand.
binder. It's like basically just a folder, like binder, leather with a zipper. Like it's a pretty nice little like.
So when you can go on like a website called LegalZoom and start an LLC, and they will charge you like $800 to open up this LLC. And with that, though, they will send you this binder that says your company name on it, and then you can have like you'll have like all of your
Articles and
all of
stuff,
your
newspapers and-
all of your business documents in this binder. And this is exactly what you do when you get it. Garbage. There is no reason you need to even hold on to that binder, right?
His right hand.
Because they send you like all the
everywhere.
documents. Like you do not need them, right? So Jake shows up to the shop, hops out wearing a button up, and he overnighted his LLC binder.
Yep.
And he walked around with his binder
Talking about-
and a button up for a week.
Yep.
And every time we saw him, he was still carrying that fucking binder that said Sherbrooke Hydro Lawn LLC.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some jobs. You're like on the phone. You had dropped your phone because you were on a phone line with him through his business. You got rid of it. We
Oh,
got you a
yeah.
phone through our business.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
You might still be on it.
I am, because I get your guys' emails like all the time. It's like your Verizon bill's due, and
yeah.
I'm like, I'm not even on that anymore.
Yeah, you were like the head of it. We went
yeah,
in and
Jake started it.
Yeah.
But you've caused some real problems.
I know.
Yeah.
Bro,
Everyone's
every
trying to
time
get
that
your
I try and
phone-
go get a
I
phone
can't
or
do
add somebody
anything.
onto it, they're like, all right, we need your admin,
admin.
Jake Sherbrooke.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, that's right. Jake is our Verizon admin.
I'm not even on the business plan because I can't get on. I've tried so many times. It's like, you need to get Jake here, and I'm like, just forget
I
it,
just
dude.
set up my
Just
own
forget
plan.
it.
Ryan.
Ken's done with it. He's like, I'm with my
Ryan
own.
did make it on, and he had a hell of a time and had to obviously contact you. Do you still have the Sherbrooke Hydro Lawn merch that
yeah,
we
I
made
do.
you?
I do. Mike made me my like first green vest or whatever. He got
Classic.
the-
right.
That's a classic
It was.
right there.
I did one job. It was the Roadhouse. Seated the front lawn for $1,000,
right.
and then I was like, "Sweet, got $1,000 to spend at the bar tonight." There,
So how long did that business last?
about the Roadhouse job, and that was it.
And then what?
I either went back to Dave or I went full time with you guys. It was the same year.
I think you went back to Dave because
Yeah.
Dave was like, all right, Jake, I'll buy you out.
just like that was easy.
Yeah. And you were like, sweet. All I got is this binder.
he handed it over. My favorite thing of the whole story though is when you explained it to me. You know, you showed up and it was, and you're like, yeah, like I just left my dad's and we had this big argument, and on my way, I told him what I was doing, and he said, good luck with that or wherever you're going, and you replied, I'll send you a postcard. And then you slam the door, and then the next best part of the story is that you're marching around with this binder, and you're on the phone, working these deals and all this for a week roughly, and you're wearing this button-up shirt with a collar, and you end up forgetting your binder at the shop, just sitting there. I'm like, what the fuck? So like, I think we end up opening up this binder, like, what the fuck's he got in here? And it's like literally 2 sheets of paper from LegalZoom. One saying, like, it's just like a printed little like
articles
like,
of incorporation.
Yeah, exactly. Just 2 things. And then like a notepad,
blank notepad.
that's just blank, just blank.
Doing
Nothing.
some real business in there,
Nothing in it.
boys.
and that was that. That was that.
Yeah,
Then you sold the
you
business a
looked the
week
part.
later.
Yeah, I definitely looked the part.
Dude, I'll just never forget when he hopped out of his truck that first day and he's wearing a button up with a binder.
Completely changed. I'm like, yeah, new man, business owner now.
You were talking with Ken's mom about doing their yard, I remember. Yeah, I was just talking, like, so what else you got lined up for jobs? Well, I was talking with Carolyn and might be doing their house.
Did you ever get that figured out? It's still black.
Still needs to get done. Yeah.
It could have been a good business. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm glad you took the other route.
Yeah.
I'll send you a postcard.
I'll
What a
send
line.
you a postcard.
Just a douche.
This weekend, I know we talk about this every year. We're at the local country music festival, and Jake put out the most typical snap for someone who's not going.
Mm-hmm.
Your snap on the back of a boat, no one's in it, just your feet, and it's just like, I get to do this while everyone's sitting in a field listening to country music, and I'm like, bro, that's what someone who's sitting alone on the boat says.
Well, dude, I just, the amount of people.
Dude, the amount of times that Jake has asked all of us individually, like, you still going to WeFest this weekend? Yep. Nice. I'm going on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm like, boat.
I'm like, oh,
boat.
Jake, I didn't know you got a boat. Well, I haven't figured out where yet. But yeah, I'm trying to go out on the boat. Oh, dude, you can take my boat out
That
if you
was nice
want.
of you.
Yeah, we'll see. I got a lot of options.
I'm just trying to convince you guys. It's the boat. I don't know.
What's up with that? You could have gone on the boat last weekend or next weekend.
It's
know,
just
but
better.
My
It's
boy's
just-
acting like we don't like know about boat life.
Yeah, it's like you guys haven't experienced this.
No, we
Jake-
did make a pretty good joke. He's Ben has a Supra and he's got a Raptor motor in it, and Jake has a Whipple on his Raptor, and we're like, bro, you borrow his boat for a day and just throw your Whipple on it.
Yeah.
Don't even make it into the lake,
Yeah.
but she's making
Don't
power
even
now.
tune it.
Yeah.
Slap it on, throw it in.
Yeah, Jake, you can use my boat. Yeah, you just have to put a Whipple supercharger on it, though.
Done.
It'd probably bolt right up.
Oh no, it would. It's
Yeah.
it's same motor and everything. Yeah, it would be
Probably really easy to get at, too, actually.
like 750 at the prop. Might just be ripping across the lake.
Do it, dude. You could hit the ground so fast.
You'd hit
The ground?
every rock in that lake.
I don't think you still haven't even been over to my house.
No, I have now once.
Oh, really?
When we gave Greta the moped. You
Oh,
gave
that's
Greta
right,
the
that's
moped.
right,
That
that's
was
right.
a good time.
Yeah.
Haven't been out on your boat yet.
No, we hopped
It's a
out
shame.
on my boat last year. I was pretty new to the lake, and I hit the ground twice.
So it's
I was in the
shallow.
boat. I can confirm.
It's very shallow there.
Yeah, it's just
Gosh,
like
that's so annoying.
you just have to know where to go.
Right.
And I just like didn't really know, and I thought that I was good when I wasn't. The boat was like weighted down, and we'd be putzing around, and all of a sudden just, and everyone's like, "Ooh!"
It was
I think it was more
hard.
than two. It was like every time it got funnier.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 or 3. Yeah. I mean, I've been in the boat at least for sure 2 times when you did it, but
You know, a prop is like, I don't know, they're just expensive. They're,
$600.
Yeah, they're, manufactured and engineered to be perfect. So, and they're built out of nice metal, but they're a quick ding is a quick $600.
Yeah,
I mean, once you hit it once, though, hitting it again, it's like
Yeah.
you can't make it any worse.
I mean, you
Just
can
keep running it. Pretty soon, I'll just have one little fin.
Right.
Yeah,
pushing 'em.
just why can't we surf?
Yeah, it's just barely moving. So anyway, Jake, yeah, I mean, keys are in it if you want. Just make sure you put the Whipple.
Yeah,
onto
you got it.
You know?
You got it. I got a lot of flack for that actually. There was like probably not even joking you 50 people that just responded like F you or something like that just from
Really?
yeah.
For not wanting to go to WeFest?
yeah.
Jake, did you see my WeFest buy?
Yeah, that was good. I actually liked that
Yeah.
a lot.
I drunkenly thought it'd be funny to have a billboard here.
When I saw that, I
Oh,
was
that
like,
was
damn,
awesome.
that's hard. That's really good.
Yeah, we'll pop the video up here. We sent the art off, and in a matter of 2 hours, they had
was
that
up.
It was
billboard,
playing, yeah.
electronic billboard, big billboard right at the music festival.
Dude,
for
how
thousands
awesome
of
is
people
that?
to see. It was so awesome.
It said Ken Matthews for mayor 2024. And
Skip
obviously you're
had a
seeing
QR
it
code.
on the screen. Yeah, so you can vote. Ken's still running for mayor. I believe voting ends.
Voting ends when this podcast goes live. It'll have ended yesterday.
Okay, so we need to get something out on the CBoys Instagram to really push some votes for you.
I was campaigning all last night. Every person I took a picture with, hey, you got an iPhone? Let me just airdrop you a link quick.
Really?
No
Made them
way.
vote.
Really good.
Did they
Ken.
vote? Were
Yeah,
they
every
voting?
single
Oh
one of
my
them.
gosh, good.
Well, Ken, we are actually going campaigning after this podcast today.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple things lined up. You know,
That's the thing you wouldn't talk about.
yeah.
No, it'll be
Yeah.
fun.
So yeah, we just didn't want you to get cold feet, so we wanted to make sure that you were going to show up and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Which you have been anything but cold feet. I talked to some other running mates last night. I guess the owners of the running mate.
How do they feel?
They're super nice.
Yeah, because the other running mates are dogs.
Dogs.
So it's 3 dogs and then Ken.
Yep. And they said, as a joke, but they were like, you should tell Ken to drop out. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
They're
my
gonna start making smear campaigns about
Yeah, I
him.
was like, yeah, like commercial. I'm like, that's my boy. I'm not gonna tell him to drop out.
Were
And
they
then
being
they're like,
serious?
we're joking.
Oh.
And then like,
I
kind
think
of
they
at
were
the
being
end-
serious.
And
I
then
think
at
they
the
were
end, they
being
were like, no, but he actually should.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm
they,
like-
they all know they don't stand a chance.
Yeah,
So
Ken's,
I was-
Ken's got way more clout than these dogs.
I was just thinking about this. 2 things. Not that likely, but Ken, if you do lose, they are the dogs, and you have a giant following.
Dude, it's a win-win for us here, Jake.
Jake, your dog's running, isn't
I
it?
know. That's
That's right, Jake.
Jake's also like, yeah, Ken, you should drop out.
No, I was literally thinking about the whole smear campaign. I'm like,
That would be.
how should I
so
do this?
funny.
And then I was thinking about it. I'm like, Ken's not even his real name. He's lying to everybody right off the start.
Dude,
so I
oh,
was
yeah,
thinking,
you're
I
taking the-
had this whole idea. I'm like, Ken hates dogs. Ken's not even his real name. But I was like, it's pretty aggressive.
Even if voting was ended already, if you had like a little 1-minute bit in your next video, dude, it'd be so funny just for the people. That's.
I wanted to do
just
like a
smear
walk around
campaign.
thing with my dog, like how friendly it is, and
Yeah,
then get like
and then kind of.
angry music when Ken's having his like little rage moments. Like, this could be your mayor. Don't let it happen, or something like that.
He's not even a dog.
Yeah, you know, you got that dog in him.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. We're all chatting about this, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, Jake, your dog's running." That's right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I got this in the bag, and then I saw at the bottom of the list, I'm like, Ken's right below it. Shit.
Dude, I'm very excited, Ken.
Nobody stands a chance.
At the Country Music Festival, watching the artist, and then you look over and you see no Ken do or yes Ken do running
Big
for mayor of
screens.
Cormorant, Minnesota. I'm like, dude, we're living in a simulation right now.
Dude, we like live in a reality TV show, and I love it. It's like I don't know if I could ever like go back to just being normal. Like that to me
I
is
know.
normal. We see that, I'm like, yes, and then
Yeah.
we turn around and this is happening. Like it's just the best thing ever.
I was texting the dude like mid concert, and I was like, "Hey, what's it cost to run this?" And he sent me the numbers. I was like, "That's it."
Well, to be fair, it's up there for like 5 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
I think for any other business, well, for us, it makes like we have nothing to gain besides for obviously you winning as
And,
mayor
and a good laugh.
and a good laugh. But yeah, I
It's
mean,
not even going in a video.
for $700 though, that did seem like a pretty good deal.
So I was like, Mayor, what's the first change you'd make in Cormorant? Like, you definitely got some power then, right? Like, can you do some stuff?
I have so many ideas. My whole campaign plan. It's
But he's not going to tell us.
it's available somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's
pickleball
dude,
courts,
He's
Ken.
got a binder.
Ken got his own binder.
Or you could even go the route of like, Cormorant's great the way it is. I'm just going to keep it the same and make sure
we just
got
got
the
to
same.
keep improving it. Never stop.
I think
Dude, we put the
Cormorant.
skate park on the pickleball court. Everyone's like, bruh, we didn't ask for this.
Yeah, I think Cormorant is just becoming so legendary. Like the fact that the old mayor used to be a dog, and then that dog Duke went like global. Duke,
NBC Today and all those, like, Today Show and everything.
dude, yeah, he was a legend. He was a legend, and now the amount of YouTubers between us and you that live in Cormorant.
I think it's
And then
just
the
us.
amount of people, no, to the amount of people that live in
ratio is
Cormorant,
amazing.
the ratio is insane.
Yeah, it is.
It's like 7 to 30.
literally.
Dude, I think some of the people are a little salty about Ken running because they want it to be like a dog again. But I'm just going to say it. It's not going to hit the same. It's not going to hit the same. Like, you can't just
I do
like,
agree.
you're not going to get the same reaction of having a dog as a mayor as the first time around. You know, it's just not as funny. Like, I guarantee you, if a dog does win, it's not going on tour. It's not going on the Today Show.
I was wondering, you know how like Duke was mayor until he passed? Is Ken gonna be mayor till he passes?
That's what I'm wondering too, unless they somehow like aren't pleased with his
Maybe that can be
performance.
my first change. You know, you can't just have a one-time election and be a dictatorship. It has to be
Right.
That's
has to
fair,
be a
Ken.
yearly thing.
That's pretty honorable.
We gotta
yearly.
give it to the power to the people.
Or maybe 4 years.
Yeah,
I'd
maybe
give
4.
yourself a 4-year.
I'm
Yeah, you
we
need
got
some time to make some changes or just run this place down.
Yeah, if you do a dictatorship style, I feel like that's how you just get murked. Like, I feel like you're going to have a hit on you. in
Exactly.
Cormorant.
Yeah,
we
no
gotta-
kidding.
We
gotta-
don't want
gotta
Ken. We don't
add-
want Ken going on like a parade tour or something like that because his policies
Jeez.
are going to piss people off immediately. He's not going to tell anyone what his policies are until he's elected. Apparently,
Zorba's
I
will
don't
be
even know
open
what
till
his
6
policies
a.m.
Ken's the
Bar
first.
closes
You're,
sunrise.
you're the first owner of a bulletproof Tesla.
He just needs the windows and he is.
Actually, yeah, a bulletproof Tesla Cybertruck. Gosh, I like the ring of that.
Ken knows too.
Ken say something.
He's thinking, let him cook. He's about to make a statement.
Hold on, don't want to say something. He's gonna talk. He's gonna say something.
It'll be a fun election.
Yes, it will.
It will. It
Not
will.
sure what
I
you-
can't wait to
I don't
go.
know what you got up your sleeve, Ken.
I don't know what you have up your sleeve.
No, you don't.
He's like, I'll wait to make more comments until after whatever we're filming today.
But that's the thing, like, you know, you've paid for the paid media, you've done all the speeches, the public speeches, and now it's time to get your boots on the ground, start pounding the pavement, and shaking hands, kissing babies, putting signs,
was-
and locking in votes.
I was doing that
He was,
yesterday.
dude.
Well, that's what we're gonna be
He
doing
actually was.
today too.
My favorite part is like you came up to me and Sydney and you're like, you were still in the campaign mode. You were like, oh yeah, vote for me. I'm running for mayor. Oh shit.
You're like, Ken, I'm your friend. You go to the next guy.
It was so
This
great.
dude is just locked in.
Yeah, you were locked in. Gosh,
God,
you
it'll
were
be
locked
amazing
in.
though. I mean, it is. You are right for like our life, like the simulation, and just like how fucking funny everything is around us. Ken being the mayor of Cormorant, like.
Dude, you can't write a better story.
It's just like, how much more ridiculous can this story get?
It is bizarre.
You know?
It seriously is bizarre to like remove yourself from it and think about it. When you're saying, yeah, people are kind of getting like upset, like, oh, just let it be another dog. What's funnier, the local YouTuber that's Ken? Like Ken,
Yeah.
you
It's
are
not
just
just a
endless
local
entertainment.
YouTuber. It's Ken.
A legend. Yeah,
Ken's a
yeah.
one-of-one
Everyone knows Ken.
legend.
YouTuber aside, or a dog, you know that what? Probably new to the area, Jake.
All right, pal.
Yeah,
listen
how
up.
long's your dog even been here?
Dude, that dog lived
it's
in
like
the
4
wild.
months.
I heard this dog was abducted.
No, it wasn't a
Yeah, tell the story.
It wasn't
dog.
abducted.
Hey, hold
Smearing
on,
it.
hold on. Is
Smear
this
campaign.
dog being
This
put
dog was
as
kidnapped.
mayor against his will because he was brought here against his will?
Okay, he's she. All right, pal. And so my dad took like a job in Idaho Falls, and like way up in the mountains, there's just this huge random dog. It's a Great Pyrenees. It's like 140 pounds. Okay, and like she'd come down and they'd just throw it like chicken and raw bacon, and it would eat, and it would just go back up into the hills. Or
Probably where the
whatever.
house it was living at.
No, it wasn't.
There's a thin tree line in a house over there. It was just walking.
Figured out there were some nice people that would.
It was just going home, and no, and so the project was going to be done, and everyone was like packing up and leaving, and this dog was staying around, and my dad and Julie were like, "This dog can't just sit here." So my dad calls one of his guys, and he's like, "Hey, I need you to get in a truck and bring a big kennel, and we're bringing this dog home." So he drives all the way out there, and I show up at like 2 a.m. and here's this like huge wolf-looking thing. And it's
Huge.
It's
Huge.
like the nicest dog ever, but we didn't get abducted. We didn't get stolen.
That's exactly what you just
Did it have a
said.
collar on it?
Yeah, it had a collar name and everything.
No, like a phone number you could
A
call.
phone number, so we
Yeah,
took
yeah.
a Dremel to that immediately.
It said if lost, call here. No.
No,
And
Was
it
it
like
actually
rang-
no
it rang
collar?
a
Was it
couple
actually
times.
no collar?
Yeah, so what happened was there was like a house, I don't know how many miles away, but it like they couldn't keep it home and it just would run away. So like the owners just let it go astray because it wouldn't stay home anyways. And it was fine. Like the thing like would kill deer and whatever. Like it's a freaking beast. And,
That's what when you told
dog
me
that
yeah,
killed
I don't
deer?
dude, go on
There's
Facebook.
something off here.
No, go on
There's
Facebook and look it
something
up.
off.
Don't like
It
freaking
kills deer. Do you know how fast a fucking deer? What is
dude.
this thing?
Look at this. I'm gonna show you. They'll like go against bears, dude.
I'm trying.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
watch.
It is not going
Looks like
against
a-
I need to
bears.
see some
Okay, hold
video
on.
footage of this.
There's videos all over the internet of these things against bears. Let
What
me-
is it called? The Great Pyrenees?
Yeah. They'll just stand up against bears. Like it's in their nature. So like they're usually to protect like chicken and sheep and stuff like that.
I just don't know if I can believe a word out of this guy's mouth. This dog is killing deer and
don't care.
surviving off of deer.
It's not gonna kill a bear, but
Gonna fight it.
look at they just
It's barking at it. Yeah. I mean, the bear's backing down.
no. It's kind of cool. They just don't run away. Gets right up to it.
It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
No, I
They're
believe
tanks.
I was hanging out with Jake and what's the dog's name?
Khaleesi.
Khaleesi. And I believe that it was wild when you were like, yeah, I don't know how it does with like other dogs but yeah, she gets pretty rowdy when she sees like deer and stuff. And then she saw some deer and pretty much almost ripped you to the ground.
Yeah,
It's like
like
an assassin.
no,
Yeah,
you don't
like-
understand. I was like walking her and she
And
just
just-
drugged me. Like you cannot like dude, she'll pull you around. Like you are not pulling her around.
Yeah, and she like, wasn't, I guess, trained in that aspect. Like you're not just like kill, or no, whatever. And dude, she was just like pulling you literally across the lawn.
Yeah, she's like, we're going to get that thing. I was like, no, we're not. And I just didn't have a choice.
Should have just unhooked it.
Yeah. No.
Let it murk the deer.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah, I want to see it
It
too.
would be cool.
How fucking fast is this dog?
Dude,
How fucking fast is this dog?
dude,
I'm just trying to.
they're
picture
fast. Like when they want to go, they go. They're huge. Think about like they're just a giant
The
muscle.
way I look at it, yes, deer are faster than dogs, but deer are also stupider than dogs.
They definitely are.
No.
Deer are so stupid.
So stupid.
So stupid. Possibly the dumbest animals.
You know what's crazy is that white-tailed deer are like really stupid, and then you get into the around Idaho and Montana and whatnot. The mule deer are twice as stupid as whitetails, which just I don't know. It's concerning.
I mean, the fucking deer around here, they will run into the side of your car.
Yeah, like
Run
they'll
into the
see you
side of
coming,
your car.
But then their buddies across the road already, so they're like, ah, shit, I gotta go. And they'll run into the
They'll
side
run-
of your car.
That's happened to me twice.
It happened to Ken in town
in,
once.
in the city.
Do you guys remember when I didn't have a vehicle, so I was driving my mom's Outback, and then I blew it up? And
Which
then
one?
Yes,
the
I
white
do.
one.
I remember.
'Kay,
In
so-
Fargo.
So I blew up that Outback, so I didn't have a car, and so
Neither did your mom.
yeah. So I drove her black car.
Jake was such a little dick, dude.
Yeah.
He would
You
blow
always
up
made
his
it work,
car and
though.
then steal his mom's and then blow that.
Blow that up.
So I was driving her black Outback, which she was like, okay, don't crash
yeah.
it or don't blow it up. Like,
You're like,
I need a vehicle.
Sick. I'll just put competition subs in it instead then.
Yeah, so I did. That's what I did.
Dude, put competition subs in your mom's Subaru
Dude, it
Outback that
bumped.
she loaned you.
You
were driving your mom's car for 2 weeks.
Starts flexing the windshield. He
Dude,
concretes the back seat.
So, anyways, I'm driving this car home one night and I get rear-ended by a deer. Like, I'm like, what I just hit? She's like, that day, she's like, okay, just don't crash it. Like, I just need a car. So I'm at the stop sign at the Roadhouse and I just hear wham. And I'm like, what is this? I get out, huge dent in the back bumper. And I'm like, how am I going to explain this? So I'm going to come up with the most actual story that happened. I was sitting at a stoplight and got rear-ended by a deer, and she's not going to believe it for a second because of everything I've done in the past. The only thing I got away with, in the crack, it was deer hair all the way around
Yeah.
it. And I got rear-ended by a deer, so I got like lucky. I just have bad luck with vehicles,
Didn't
I
you
guess.
also put that car in the ditch like pretty far?
On purpose a lot. Yeah.
That thing was a beast. I'm not gonna
Dude,
lie.
it was awesome.
Dude, I remember that video's still on YouTube. I don't know what the name of it is, but you were hooning that fucking Subaru
In your
Outback
school parking
in my
lot.
In town?
in my former high school parking lot in
And
town.
then-
Yeah, Davies High School.
Was that the same video that he blew up the white one and then?
That is
yeah,
the
and
car.
he
Yeah,
blew
yeah.
it up,
Yeah.
and then we towed it back to the
Fargo
college house. And
With
then
another Subaru.
But boom! Didn't we make a song
Yes!
about that?
Oh my
Yes!
God!
Boom!
Can we
Can we
pull
play
this
it?
up?
Can we play it?
Oh,
Yeah.
we got rid of our
Jake's
Fire TV.
Subaru or something like
Okay,
that.
we're gonna go find it right now.
Funny.
Oh, Jake blew up his Subaru drifted. Boom.
Yeah, yeah.
we
It's
go,
like it's
yeah.
in the title.
All right, guys, stop. My car just blew up. We got to get back to the video.
What the hell was that,
That's
dude?
classic.
What?
That's on the internet,
Dude.
dude.
No, that's
What
amazing.
made us go? Yo,
Yeah,
we should
we
write
should-
like a
Little ditty.
yeah,
Like
like
a
a.
hit, like a little, like a, what is it called?
I'm trying to think like a little riff.
Man
like,
calls it a hit.
No, a chorus group, like a,
Oh, yeah.
like a men's group.
Barbershop quartet. Yeah, that's
There
what
it
it
is.
was.
Dude, that
we
video
should-
is about to go up 200,000 views.
Posted that in 2017, November 10th.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Simpler times.
Yep.
Simpler times, man.
That was good times. Dude, that Subaru was a tank. I always remember when we were out on the ice with it, and you really drove it like you stole it. You drove it like you
I
stole
just
the
didn't
car
have
from your
vehicle
mom.
remorse, dude.
And I remember we had buddy Blake in the back, and you said, and he was, I don't know, he was always so terrified of the statement Burnhamdale. Like it was weird. Like it's fun to say, but he knew that when someone said that shit was about to get real, and you were like Burnhamdale, and he was like, no, absolutely not, no. And I'm like, dude, we're not gonna die. He's like, we could roll, we could go through the ice. He said Burnhamdale.
Was that the night that guy in that Jeep started
chased
chasing us? And he
Oh,
chased us all the way back to
Like
Dave's
over 100
compound.
in the
And then we
winter.
were like bobbing and weaving at Dave's compound.
Yes,
That was
dude.
I like hid behind the Cormorant
Bro.
store,
Yeah.
watched him drive by.
And Ryan,
What the hell was that
just
about?
don't
insane.
know.
Like
Probably just
Ryan
some
on
drunk ice fisherman.
bald tires in his TC. Over 100 down the road your shop is on right now, and he's still on his tail. A 2002 gold Jeep Grand Cherokee. Those were the times where we were like, dude, this is the craziest night of our life.
Well, that
And
was
then
just
it's
straight
yeah,
for the love of it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that now. Like that was like the reckless fun.
No, I think there's a ton of stuff that I look back at that we did back then and like, what the hell were we doing?
So stupid. So fun though.
I was asked about this yesterday if we would ever do another slip and slide.
You know, I
I
know
got
it's
a couple
funny the
inquiries
amount of
about that,
people that
yeah.
are like, "Oh, are you guys doing the slip and slide this year?" And then they'll
Same.
hit me with, "I missed the
8
one
years.
last year."
Same.
I'm like, "No, you didn't, because we haven't done it in like 10 years."
No, I got that too. And they're like, you still, same thing. You doing the slip and slide? And I was just like, are you
Where you
really
been?
behind or?
Did I miss the last one too?
Yeah. No, that'd be fun to do again.
I kind of got kiboshed when that chick stood on my dad's plane,
It-
I
it
remember
absolutely
that.
did.
and then she posted it on Instagram.
What?
Twitter,
So
I
it
thought.
was
Twitter.
Visco.
Twitter. No, it
Wait.
was Twitter. It was Twitter.
And then your
Chick
dad-
stood on Dave's plane.
yeah, she like stood on the hood of it, which
How did she even get up there?
dude,
Just
so
climbed up.
climbed up. So there's like a wheel you can stand on, so then you can get on the top where you can check the oil. Well, you can also just lift yourself up there. Well, crazy story, right? So like there's an airplane sitting in the yard, right? So your first obvious thing is like, yeah, I'm going to stand on an airplane that's not mine and take a picture and just spider the whole
crazy.
fiberglass hood. And then when we like sent pictures to her parents, we're like, hey, just letting you know, like, your daughter like stood on this plane and Dave wasn't gonna like make him pay for it or anything. But then they're like, how do you know it was her? We sent them a picture of her standing on it, and they're like, how do you know she fiberglassed it? Could have been someone else standing on it. And we're like, who just stands on an airplane?
Yeah.
Like I've never seen anyone in my life just like, yeah, I'm gonna go stand on that.
I would have dumped
Which
it.
I didn't even
that is
understand. I didn't
crazy.
understand at the time either. I'm like, okay, so like what happened? And you're like, you got to get the whole thing like re-inspected. You know,
Yeah.
You
You
can't
gotta
just
get it-
like
Can't
patch it up. It's
You
an
don't wanna
airplane.
Fly an airplane that's
Yeah.
not safe or not
Yeah.
ready.
'Cause
I
even-
remember there was the big Twitter fight though. Your dad was just like chirping her on Twitter, then she was chirping back, and it was like a war, dude.
Keyboard warrior at its finest, boys. I love that
I don't
stuff,
remember
dude.
that part.
It was
I do.
pretty good.
I do. And I think then it just got out of hand, and Dave just deleted everything. Just said fuck it. That's when it comes down to just owning up.
Yeah, just
Just
say
comes down
sorry,
to
I did it.
owning
I'm a
up.
kid, whatever. And he
Exactly.
would have
Yeah.
been like,
Yeah.
listen, I got it, whatever. But
I
like,
know, like if you fart at the bar, just own up.
yeah, dude.
I did.
Oh.
No, you didn't. You didn't turn around and say sorry.
the
You
whole-
owned up to
the-
everyone else
Yeah,
but
the
the people
whole
at
reason
the
the
bar.
story is funny is because you never did. Which honestly, I don't know if I would have either. But
Bro,
yeah.
it was a lot, okay? It was just a tough night.
I hate talking about it because I literally ask you guys so much, but I'm guessing everyone else is curious too. When's the drift track going to be done?
Man, we've actually pulled the trigger on like having the guy come out
and just doing it.
and just doing it. And he's said that he was going to be there on Monday, the
One
last
Friday,
3 Mondays.
Then Monday,
Dude, yeah,
then
what the
next
fuck's this guy
Friday,
doing?
then
Like,
Monday. So
I
we're-
keep hearing like,
we're
yeah,
on-
it's starting this week. I'm
we're on
like,
2
nice.
weeks.
And then I go over to the farm. I'm like, where is this guy? Does he show up at 3
I feel
o'clock in the
like-
afternoon or
I
what?
feel like dumb, and also here, like I just feel dumb that like no one knows.
Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
wonder if it's a situation where it's like he's taking care of it.
Yeah.
No, he's taking care of
Yeah.
it. And then really no one's taking care of it, and it's at a complete standstill. Like, who is taking care of this? I
I'll
thought
take
Justin
care of
was.
it.
Supposedly
Just give me a
Justin.
credit card. I'll take care of it.
So yeah, I think
Just give me
it's in the
200
works.
grand.
250 grand.
250 grand. Like, I guess we could probably put that on a credit card. Be some good points. But we do it for the
And we
points.
would
Yeah.
get a lot of points. That would be good.
Look at
We'd be
Ken, he's
flying.
getting
That's-
hard. I'm thinking about that.
$2,500 in points.
Ken's just rolling
Really?
through his cards like this one's got the
1%.
best.
It's a lot of dough to slide some cars around, but it'll be 100% worth
But
it.
no, we're ready for it, and that's I guess I keep telling people that what's the drift track looking like, and I hate saying it's in the works. It's like the same gig with my Subaru. How's your Subaru looking? Yeah, it's in the works.
It's tough because, every single thing that we do, we try and do internally because we bang it out.
Right.
All of our projects are like, well, we could send it off and then the wrenches would have more time to do whatever, or we could have them do it and it would take like a quarter of the time, right? Because we're efficient. We
Right.
bang this shit out because we have to. That's the issue with the drift track. We ain't out there laying asphalt.
No, you don't got to pave it.
We don't have a paver. Exactly. And so we're kind of just at like the mercy of whenever he
Yeah.
comes and does it. But yeah, I don't know.
It's supposed to be the other way around, you know. Like we were like sick. You know what? We're just gonna have them from here on out take over and finish it.
Yeah, I thought that was the quickest option.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's we were just actually talking about this earlier of like, is it worth doing concrete and having it last a little bit longer if we're gonna do it? But then it's like it'd probably be like $600,000 worth of
Not
concrete.
worth it,
Yeah,
dude. I'm
it's
not
a
paying
lot of-
fucking
So much more money.
Like
over
$600,000
$500,000
You
for
could do a
that
lot
shit.
with
You
$600.
You know how many
worries-
videos of sliding shit around we'd have to do to make that make sense?
It just doesn't.
Well, what
It
worries
just
me
doesn't,
about
yeah.
The thing that I'm pumped about is it's not only a drift track. I'm excited for
Well,
shifter
yeah,
carts
no,
on it.
It's
and all
everything.
The cool
It
stuff.
really,
But,
really
yeah.
is. But what worries me about the difference between asphalt and concrete and why I'm on the asphalt side is because if it were concrete, I would say we'd actually have to like get the blueprints of a legitimate drift track. You know, like we went out there and I love it and it's perfect and you did a great job like laying it out. But since it's asphalt, we're just not out so much if like the turn 1 isn't perfect and turn 5
Yeah, you could
isn't
always just
perfect.
add on to it. You could do that with
Exactly,
concrete
like,
too, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know, we're balling on a budget over here.
Yeah.
Like,
No, and
bro, 250 grand to slide around cars is ridiculous.
More than
so
slide around
imagine
cars.
You're gonna be
Sorry, I'm
running
being the
through
devil's
tires.
advocate here, but
fucking blowing up motors,
Yeah.
crashing cars into trees. Like,
but it's sweet.
It's gonna be a
like
lot of
Mike-
fun.
It's like Mike buying the skate park. We're just building like the coolest compound ever, and I feel like that's just part of it.
it's an expensive project that is going to stay expensive. Drifting is so expensive of a hobby, as
You're
Jake knows.
telling me, dude.
Like, I don't know if is there much more expensive. Obviously, there's racing like cars and shit,
Yeah, it's-
but like,
yeah, I think like drag
Join the-
racing's like the most expensive just because you spend so much money on the motor, but like drift racing's got to be.
Dude, you're going to the track spending $1,000 minimum right away just in tires.
Yeah.
And now that you're not
That is insane.
entry fees and like my motor's already hurting and
You
smoking.
gotta
and-
fix anything
yeah.
you break every week. and-
Yeah. So I really appreciate you guys just forking over the dough, building me a private track that I can
we're
practice on
excited.
anytime I want
Jake,
to.
you
You're
gotta
gonna
get
actually have
mufflers.
to put mufflers.
This-
I think
I
you
got
gotta
'em,
put
I
your
got 'em.
stock mufflers back on.
No, I got really.
Yeah, you
I
got 'em.
want to
They're
quiet
sick.
it. They're gonna
They're
be
sick.
quiet.
Like
They're sick.
it has to be because otherwise the neighbors are going to fucking.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
got him.
I got it.
Put a
And if
kibosh to it.
If it's not quiet enough, I will make it quieter. 'cause-
All right, then hard hitting question about the track. Since I've gotten this so much, like, what does it look like
Oh,
for?
it's not a track. It's a curvy driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Carry on.
okay. Well, that might even change my question a little
Drift
bit. But
driveway.
so many people are like, all right, you're gonna build this drift track. Like, is it gonna be private forever?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Bro, you think
it's
that we're-
asphalt and also
You think that we're gonna like start hosting like events on Saturdays? I could see you actually being into that.
Yeah, that's why I had to ask. I mean, I'm like so defeated over here. No, I'm not trying to like host an event every weekend because like, I mean, screw that. Like, honestly, if I was that into it, I would have already done it on the dirt bike track. I'm talking like one a year or something. Like we have what we have, and I just want like, I'm not saying like, yeah, it's gonna be this free for all. Yeah, come pay $250 and then you're good. You can just drift all weekend. No, I'm just like talking like one event a year where we like, I don't know.
Right. No, I
Like,
see what you're saying.
just-
And I
just-
shouldn't say never. We
yeah.
probably will. Honestly, we
I
probably
think it'd
will.
be really cool.
I think
I
it'd
think
be
it'd be
sweet too.
super awesome.
Yeah,
But
it's not
as
like
far
an
as like an
yeah.
open
No,
open
not
track.
like that. It'd still be private. We could call up 10 of our closest drift buddies. I know that we'd probably talk to Jake for that, but like we could do some fun shit. Dude,
Man,
like Jake's buddy Cody Buchanan, he's an FD like as of this year. And he's just insane, and it'd be fun to have them. out
Formula
there.
drift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was driving his 350Z that he's got, you know, fully drift converted, and I was coming from the Unicorn to the 350Z.
Oh, you drove the Missile?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was like kind of like it's like the easiest drift car to kind of learn.
Yeah,
in,
it's just
right?
like the best entry level, perfect setup, right?
Dude, it felt like I was hopping in a refined Bugatti.
Right.
It just drives itself.
worked.
Going from the Unicorn, like
just
you,
worked.
you haven't drove it, have you? Like you didn't drift it. Well, I guess you did way back.
Yeah.
But before we got everything
No, I
like
haven't
more
done-
dialed in.
yeah.
But like, dude, I was working for it the entire time. Like you're like grabbing as much e-brake as you can to lock them up, and the e-brake kind of sucks, and like you're giving as much power as you can because the thing doesn't have much power, and it's spinning these huge ass tires, and then hopping in like an actual drift car. I was like,
Just
dude, this is
So
insane.
easy.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, every time I drive that stock Z, I'm like, I should have bought a stock Z.
Dude, every
Every
time I
time.
hang out with those guys, they're like, Micah sell his car yet? Because he should.
Dude, everyone's talking shit on that.
Everyone,
thing.
actually,
It maybe is
everyone,
time to get rid of
everyone.
it.
What's
But
up
how,
with
what
that?
do you
Why
do?
is everyone
What do you
talking
do?
No,
shit?
they
What?
actually, well, then I actually, so again, Cody, he's in FD, so he's like at a drift event pretty much every weekend or
Yeah, he
almost
did
every
11
weekend.
weekends in a row.
And then he's just like, bro, why haven't you brought? So the plan is to take the turbo off. Everyone's like, don't take the turbo off. That's lame. That's Cheeto. But I'm like,
So
I
Evan
just
said that.
Yeah, I just want to like make it work. And then anyway, he's like, why haven't you dropped your car off yet? And I was like, oh shit, I thought you were busy, man. So I am just gonna drop it off and say, do the things.
Man, I
don't
think
know.
you just start fresh.
Yeah, they were more so talking about like if you were to how much you like. Let's say you paid 30 grand or you're all in that car for 30. He's like, if he would have given me 30 grand, I could have built him the nastiest car of all
absolutely.
time.
No, I absolutely like messed up. I made a mistake. I bought a Sur-Ron from China and it never came.
Yo, Mike, actually kind of
Yeah.
been through it,
Money
dude.
Mike.
Yeah, that's why I don't have a supercar.
It's part of being in the game, though. It's part of being
Yeah,
in the
it
game
is.
is spending money.
Yep. Sometimes it's gonna work out. Sometimes it's not.
We live and we learn.
More times the other way for you.
We live and we learn. Actually, that is still the best advice I could give. Like, if you want to just buy a stock Z, and if you got extra money, buy a stock C6.
You know
Dude,
what, though, Mike?
C6s are the new Zs.
I'd do that.
Scared
Yeah.
money don't make money.
No,
That's right.
And my money don't make money either, no matter how I spend it.
You make money though, Mike.
I
mean,
make money, but I'm saying the way I spend it doesn't make.
No.
I don't think
It's
any.
sometimes.
It goes out just as
Dude, your
fast as it
drift
comes
car
in.
is the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Think about how much
Yeah.
funny content we have. When you we go to drive
I know.
cars
It's
and then
a-
you turn your key and
It's
start
like
smoking. Like that's the
Ryan's,
best.
like think how much of a hard time we gave Ryan for his Hummer, and it actually like Ryan's Hummer made more content than I swear any vehicle on the channel.
I
swear.
wouldn't say any vehicle, but it made
It's
a lot
up
of
there,
content.
yeah.
Made a lot of content.
Well,
The best-
it's up
dude.
there. Like what made more? I guess.
I mean,
Tiny trucks or
we've
dirt
made a
bikes.
lot of stuff, but the best part about Ryan's Hummer was he was like, I was buying a Raptor around the same time that he was like, I'm gonna buy this Hummer, and he was kind of like, you're gonna buy this Raptor, it's gonna depreciate like 20 grand or 10 grand, whatever. You're gonna lose all this money. I'm just gonna buy this over here. I buy the Raptor, he buys the Hummer. Hummer just fucking sucks. And
didn't work
he
in it.
lost a bunch of money on it and ended up buying like a TRX right after that.
Ryan, I can't believe he said that because he's the guy that bought a TRX, sold it, lost money, bought the Z01, sold it, bought a TRX again, and now he's out like 50K. He could have just had
Right.
that Raptor.
Sold
Exact-
the
well, I
TRX
think-
again.
Yeah.
I think he was more so trying to just be a good friend and look out for me. Like, listen, dude, I've bought a new truck every fall to prepare for winter, and I sell it in the spring, and I lose like 20 grand. I'm done doing that. I'm buying an older vehicle that's already depreciated. I'm gonna drive it and just get around. And
Turns
then
out he
it
wasn't
couldn't
done
get him
doing that.
around. It just couldn't get him around.
Yeah, but it was the gift that kept on giving.
is.
Absolutely.
I love it. I absolutely love it when you go out on a whim and buy something, and when
fun.
Ryan does the same, and then it turns out to just be like a character in itself, man.
is.
And I think that's something that we do really good at is like, capitalizing on moments like that where we can like lean in on it, kind of at your expense or at Ryan's expense, but it's just so fucking funny every time.
It is, and it's like it's worth it, straight up.
Yeah.
I've never felt like, besides quite literally getting scammed on the e-bike, I've never felt like my purchase has just been not worth it.
No, they're
ever,
and that's
ever.
kind of just taking like lemons and making it into lemonade. You are kind of getting screwed over by buying a piece of shit or getting scammed, but luckily we have this platform that you can kind of capitalize and then make some of your money back.
Exactly.
It works
like-
out really good for us because we
Yeah.
didn't spend any money.
It's
Free content.
It really is the best though, because you're actually doing it too. Like, it's not like you did it for a video. Like
Right.
like with Ryan's Hummer,
Right.
like he didn't think it was gonna make any content.
Yeah, he
or
was
like
for
just
himself.
doing it.
like
Yeah.
you just kind of buy these things for yourself, and then it just like when they naturally become content, those are the best segments.
I agree.
Like, it wasn't like this plan. Like, I look at the board and we go, we're gonna water skip the R1. It's like, okay, we had this planned and we got the thing ready and went and did it. It was just like you were just doing it. We're like, oh, grab the camera real quick and then just go from there.
Keep
Don't
being
stop!
you, bro.
Don't stop spending that money.
Keep recklessly blowing money.
Spending.
I love it. All right. Well, I think that was a great podcast, boys.
Yeah,
That
it was
awesome.
perfect.
This is
Thanks
an hour
for
and a
coming
half.
on, Jake.
for
Appreciate you
having
as
me.
always.
Thank you for having me, boys. I
Go
love
buy
coming.
some bums. Go buy
Yeah,
some
baby.
bums.
Go buy some bums, and if you need your lawn seeded, Jake's gonna bring back his binder and button up, and he might.
Get you a quote. That's it.
Yeah, you're handing out quotes.
Yeah, just get him a quote.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Thanks, boys.